now live and in color.
Funded me my money.
Testing, 1 2 1 2. Hey, shalom, y'all. By Shema Rashad Baraka Thumb, y'all the brothers. Y'all with Shema all the Thumb by Shema Rashad, all the sisters. So ISUBK Sabbath service. Priest and officer Mahayar with me conducting as well. It's Officer Yanazar. You understand? So we can get straight into it, man. Baba Shah, if you could. See me now, brother. So the leg that's in the back, just lean it back. That right there. Nope, right at the top. What are you touching? Right there. Lean that back. So.
Like that.
And then check it out.
You good to go.
Most iron curve. All right. So Amadium means stand. Wapan Yahquadam means rise and face east. Start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shemayim. Kadash. Hayah. Shimka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan Lanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawum. Wasalak Nawa. Kabawath Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kabawath Yanawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'aya Nawa. Banasaya 1. A ball. Hawashaya Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwith. Waha'ala. Wahathaparad. La'ai Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the Hakak, for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Bahashem
Yahweh Shah.
Babakashah.
Latanlanawa. Hakak. La para
Larpa'ah.
Cow Makala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Ha Matazarayim. Hakak.
Lahakwim.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Al-Rakawath.
Hatama'Allah.
Lagarishan. Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Tawada Aman.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
121st Psalm. The blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabaya Ah.
Tazab Ya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yana.
Ha Alawapium.
Ha Alawapium.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Quatazayanyum.
Ha Quatazayanyum.
Ha Koya Yoyum.
Ha Koya Yoyum.
Waha Quatian.
Wa Ha Agwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. General. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
So the 121st Psalm in Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ain.
Ma'ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regolka.
Wagolka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha Allah.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayallah.
Balayallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Hashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Tazaaka.
Wabawaatka.
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'atha.
Ma'atha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid Abalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa Al-Tashakwat.
Wa Al-Tashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayab.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'irayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'aitazawa.
Ya'aitazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanya.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barayath.
Barayath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aholia.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Yashamai.
Yashamai.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'ima one.
Wa'ima one.
Wa'ima lak.
Wa'ima lak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawah.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Manakal.
Manakal.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Bayan.
Da'ara.
Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
Ladama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yabmawa.
Yabmawa.
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal.
Wakatazal.
Mana'ai.
Mana'ai.
Kal Nasaya Kamwa.
Kal Nasaya Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath.
Ath.
Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Raraka.
Lapanya Rabaka.
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Tabi'ira,
Tabayaira,
Ya'ira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Okalahaba,
Dalahat,
Salahat,
Harayam,
Arayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basa'irika,
Basa Irika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapatka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'ah,
Malaa,
Panyahum,
Panyam,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Hawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aida'ai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kayata,
Ayata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Arataza.
Al-Kaha Rataza. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel
have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted
and
against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more
may be
remembrance.
no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against
the
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
with the Philistines,
with the Philistines,
Slack the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur
Assur
also
also
is joined with
is
them.
joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
the
Kisan,
brook of Kisan,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
Azabah
Azabah,
and Azalmunah,
and Azalmunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the house of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O my power,
Oh, my power.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
the stubble before the wind,
as a fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as a flame
and as the flame
set the mountains on fire.
setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute
So
them
persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. I got water, sir. I got fresh coffee too. We gotta make sure we check that shit. Clean that out before I leave. Okay. Let me get there real quick. Okay, shalom everybody. Of course, this is the ISUPK official Sabbath service, and here in Durham, North Carolina. And today we're gonna start off where we picked. Where we left off from, which was Exodus chapter 12 and verse 15. Exodus 12 and 15. And if you want to follow along, you just go to your Blue Letter Bible. Put in the chapter, which is Exodus 12 and 15. Let me get there with you. Now, as you know, when we read in the Sabbath service, we read the Hebrew first. So if you want to follow along in the Hebrew, you go to the chapter and the verse, and then you'll see to the left a box with tools in it. When you hit that box, then the Hebrew will come up. And then you can follow along with the Hebrew, you understand, and just do your best to sound it out. And if you already know how to sound it out, just come along with us. All right. So we're going to start at Exodus 12 and 15. Let me start, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 15 in Hebrew. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 15. Shabbath, yum yum, matazawath, ma'akolwa, akka, bayawum, hara ashawan, hashabayathwa, sha'ar, mama mabathiakum, kaya, kal, akal, hamataza, wana karatha, hanapash, haha, wa'a, maya shara, ma yasha Allah, salakia, maya wum, ha'ash, hara ashun, hara ashun, Aid, Yawum, Hashaba'ai, Hashaba'aya. Verse 16. Wayabayawum, Hara Ashawun, Makwara'a, Kodash, Wabaya Wum, Hashabaya Aya. Makwara'a Kodash Yahaya Lakam Kal Mala'aka La'a Ya Aisha Baham Aka Ashar Ya Akal Lakal Napash Hawa'a Labadwa Ya Aisha Lakam. Verse 17. Washamaratham Ath Hamat Tazawath Kaya Ba'ai Tazam Hayawum Haza Hawa Taza Ath Ya Ath Tazaba'a Wathiakum Ma'at Rataza Ma'arataza, Matazarium, Washa, Maratham, Ath, Hayawum, Hazah, Ladarathiacum, Kakwath, Iwalum. Verse 18. Verse 18. Bara Ashawan, Bara Ashan, Ba'a Raba'ai, Aishar, Yawum, Lakadash, Ba'irab, Tha'akolwa, Matazath, Aid, Yawum, Ha'akad, Wa'aisharium, Lakadash, Ba'irab. Verse 19. Shabaith, Yum Yum, Sha'ar, La'ah, Yamataza'ah, Bakathiakum, Kaya, Kal, Akal, Makam, Matazath, Wana, Koratha, Anapash, Haha, Wa'ah, Ma'idath, Yasha Allah, Bagar, Waba Azarath, Waba Azarak, Ha'aratazar. Verse 20. Kal Wakamat Tazath La'ah Ha'akolwa Bakal Mawa Shakathiakam Ta'akolwa Matazawaf. Verse 21 should be the last one. We started 15. Verse 21. Why 22? Kanwakaza. Why kwara masha lakal zakunya yasha ala waya amar alaham mashakawa wakwakwa lakam tazaan lama shapakathiakam washa katatwa hapasak. Verse 22. Wala kwa kathum agadath azawab wata balathum badum ashar basap waha ga'ithum al hama shakwa wap wa'al shathia hama zawa wazaf man hadam ashar basap wa'athum la'a taza'awa ayash mapakath Salakia mapathak baya the bayathwa Salakia bayathwa Eid Bakwar. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 15 in English. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done. Salakia. So that tells you right there, you can cook, you can do anything pertaining to you, to your welfare. Okay? You don't have to worry about turning on the stove and all this nonsense that these other groups, man, had me doing, man. So I give our bait.
Oh, they had you out there.
Well, they
put the stove on, man.
Yeah, they had me like cooking 2 meals on Friday. I mean, it was crazy when I came in here, and then I learned the truth, man. I was so happy, man. I can't even tell y'all, man. That nonsense that these other groups try to put people through, man, and they don't even understand what the Sabbath is for. And read on. Salakia. And ye shall serve the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Laws ain't never done away with. Verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until 1 and the 20th day of the same month. Verse 19, 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Verse 20, you shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall you eat unleavened bread. Verse 21, then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. Verse 22, and ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 23 in the Hebrew. Wa Ibar Yahweh Lanagap Ath Matazarium Wa Ra'ah Ath Hadam Al Hama Shakwarap Wa Al Shathia Hama Zawazath Wa Pasa Yahweh Al Hapathak Wala Yathun Hama Shafka Hama Shakayath Laba'a Al Bathiakum Lanagap. 24. Washa Maratham Ath Hadabar Hazah Lakakwak Laka Wala Bunyaka Al Iwalum. 25. Wahaya Kaya Taba'awa Al Ha'aratazar Ashar Yathun Yahweh Lakam Ba'ashar Dabar Washam Maratham Ath Ha'ibadath Salakia Haza'ath. Verse 26. Wahaya Kaya Ya Amarwa Alayakam Banyakam Ma Ha'ibada Haza'ath Lakam. Verse 27. Wa Amarath Zabak Pasak Awa'a La Yahweh Ashar Pasak Al Bathia Bunya Yasha Allah Pamatazarium Bana Gapawa Ath Matazarium Wa Ath Bathia Nawa Hatazayal Waya Quad Ha'aim Waya Shatak Wawa Waya Shatak Wawa. Verse 28. Waya Lakwa Waya Aishawa Banya Yasha Allah Ka Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Ath Masha Wa Ath Wa Aharon Khan Aishawa. Verse 29. Kanawanka. Wahaya. Bakatazaya. Bakatazaya. Halaya la. Wa Yahweh. Haka. Kal. Bakwar. Ba'aratazar matazarium. Ma Bakar. Para'ai Hayashab Al Kasawa Kasa'awa Aid Bakawar Hashabia Ashar Babayath Habawar Wakal Bakawar Bahama. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 23 in the English. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come unto your house.
Suffer the who?
The destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
You know what I'm saying? It's talking about an angel, man. You know what I mean? That destroyer, and his job is to what? His job is to kill, man. His job is to go take life. You understand? God ain't all love, man. He ain't all love, man. The Lord is a man of war, the Bible says. And what you know what I'm saying, what we're reading about now, you know what I'm saying? The Israelites putting that blood on them posts. You know what I mean? That's what we make sure we do what? Every Passover, man.
That's right.
Passover, we do it, man. I mean, because that could be the last one. You know what I mean? We got to keep this culture, man. We got to keep our heritage, man, and really embrace the spirit of this Bible, man. Because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, did not love them Egyptians, man. The Lord did not love them Africans, and he still does not to this day. You know what I mean? Only through time has our culture been watered down, and you know what I mean, we've been indoctrinated with all this nonsense. But the fact of the matter is, the Lord does not love Africans, man. According to the Bible. That's just what it is. I mean, you can't run from that. That's just the truth, man. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
That's important, man. You know what I mean? It's important that your children grow up learning this culture. Why do I say that? Because the oppressor knows the importance of teaching his children their culture. That's why in every calendar you look in, what you see? You see all their Memorial Days. You see all their war days. You see their President's Day. You see whatever what they feel as though is significant to their culture and is appropriate for their children. It's taught in the schools. It's taught in the home. It's promoted on TV shows, promoted in movies. Why? Because knowing who the hell you are, you know what I mean, is going to teach you how you should live your life.
That's right.
They always want to say, oh, racism is in the past and it's not here no more. And that was back then. No, hell no. Let's embrace the facts now. Why does little Timmy know how to be a devil to a black boy? You know what I mean? Why does Samantha know that if she cries for help, that, you know, she can get a black man arrested? Why does she know these things? Because her and her family and her forefathers and foremothers made sure that their history was passed down and made sure that they understood just how great and mighty that they are and how they got to keep their foot on these, you know what I'm saying, Israelite necks, man. So in turn, we got to do what? We got to, in the Isupk, we embrace our culture, man. Because we know that according to the Bible, we are the greatest people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
And the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks
That's
of.
right.
And my sons and his sons will always know that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 25. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service.
It's heavy, man. You know what I mean? Wherever we go, no matter where we at, this is always to be kept. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't make it, whatever, Passover could be in damn Canada, whatever. You can't get that. What do you do, man? Wherever you at, you keep this service, man. You get you some lamb. You get some 11 bread, man. Put that garment on. Get in the spirit. You know what I mean? Stay in the vibe of this culture. Stay in the vibe of this truth. Because we're fighting against the principalities, you know what I mean, in high places of a society that's trying to destroy everything that we're about, man. You know what I mean? Our life is about warfare. We have to fight tooth and nail just to keep our goddamn identity. Just to keep who we are. You understand? Read on.
One card. Verse 26. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service?
You know what I'm saying? What we doing this for? What's this for, Dad? What's this for, Mom? Why do we keep doing this every year? You know what I mean? Simple question that a child, of course, would ask. You understand? Read on.
Absolutely. Verse 27, that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover.
Read on.
Who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians.
You tell your kids, you say, well, we're doing this because this is a sacrifice you make to the Lord's Passover for us to remember when he murdered the Egyptians for us, son. When he murdered the Egyptians for us, little baby. You know what I'm saying, little baby girl. You know what I mean? That facade of, my kids shouldn't learn this and shouldn't learn that. No, man. This is very culture appropriate. It's in the Bible. This is the Bible telling you what you should tell your children. So he was saying, God is out of order. The Lord, it's inappropriate for the Lord to want your kids to know this. Hell no, man. It's very appropriate because it's going to instill something in them that this society will never do. It's going to instill in them what this society is trying to take from them, man. And that's having the spirit of the Lord, man. That's loving their culture and embracing reality and embracing real life. You know what I mean? You know what this will stop? This will stop them from dying in the streets, man. This will stop them from being confused as far as why we are oppressed in this place, man. They won't be confused. If they know what the Lord did for us back then, they'll understand, you know what I'm saying, why we in this situation now, man. They'll understand. It will give them context. So your kids won't grow up so confused and walking around like this is, paradise. You know what I'm saying? Instead of realizing that America is our hellhole, man. It's hell. You know what I mean? That's why we keep this service, every year, man. Every Passover. Why? We praying to the Lord to get us the hell up out of here again, man. You know what I'm saying? Keeping our culture so he can destroy America the same way he destroyed Egypt, man. You understand? You had something?
Yeah, if I may. This also shows you, helps you to understand, I should say, why they took our records and made fake religions out of it.
Come on, man.
Because this doesn't pertain to them, man. Mm-hmm. These are our records, man. They belong to the Israelites, man. And we are the Most High's chosen people. Mm-hmm. This is for us.
They had to find a way to include themselves somehow.
Kind of one come.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. Well, let me finish reading that. Yeah. When he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, mm-hmm. and the people bowed their head and worshiped. Mm-hmm. Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. So did they. Meaning that they did whatever they were told. Mm-hmm. Verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne until the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle.
You know what I'm saying? You want to tell me the Lord ain't real? You know what I'm saying? We wonder why Africans hate us. We wonder why they hate us, man. You don't think these stories was passed down to them for generations and generations? You know what I mean? Come on, what's up?
And this is why they always try to join in with Christianity, so they could put us aside and tell their people they in the covenant.
Right.
And they not in nothing, man. They're on their way to slavery for telling these lies. Did you see the breast milk, brother? Did you see that? Okay. Man, that was one of the most hateful things I ever seen in my life,
That
man.
was disgusting.
Man, that was something, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Anyway, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 30 in Hebrew. Vayakum para'ai layala hawa'a wakal ibadiawa wakal matazarium wathafia. No, Salakia, wathahaya. Taza aikwa gadala bamatazarium kaya ayan bayath ashar ayan sham math. Verse 31. Wa qara'a lamasha wala aharan layala waya amar kwamwa tazaawa mathawak anya gam athum gam banya yasha'ala wakalwa abadwa ath Yahweh Kara Barakam. Verse 32. Gum Taza Anakam Gum Bakwarakam Kwakwa Ka'ashar the Baratham Wakalwa. No, Salakia Walakwa Wabarakatham Gum Athia. 33. What the Kazak Matazarian al Ha'im Lamahar Lashalathum Salakia Lashalakthum Man Ha'arataza Kaya Amarwa Kalanwa Mathayam. Verse 34. Washa'ah Ha'aim Ath Batazakwawa Taram Yakamataza Masha Aratham Tazararath Basha Malatham Al Shakamum Salaki Shakamum. Verse 35. Wabanya Yasha Allah Aishawa Kadabar Masha Waya Sha'al Yasha Allah. No, that's not Yasha. That's why Yasha al Alawa. Let me see that word. Waya Sha'alwa. Ya Asha'alwa Mama Tazarium Kalia Kasap Wakalia Zahab Washamalath. Hold on just a second. Let me see that word is. Oh, okay. Okay. In verse 36. This is the last one, man.
All right, 30, right?
Yeah. Waya Yahweh Nathan Ath Kan Kan Ha'aim Ba'ayanaya Matazarium Washal al Waya Sha'al Walam Lawam Washa'alawam Waya Nataza Alwa Ath Matazaria. Verse 37. Oh, that was it. Mm-hmm. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 37 in the Hebrew. No, I'm supposed to. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 30 in English. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all of his servants and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both you, ye, and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have said.
You know what I mean? Get the hell out, man. Go serve your God. Go serve your God. Go ahead. You know what I mean? You imagine, man, from Pharaoh's house down to the prison of the dungeon, down to the cattle, down to the smallest insect, bug, whatever, man. You imagine just all the death. Every single household, somebody in there crying. Somebody's mourning. Every single household. You know what I mean? The Lord is not a power to be played with, man. You can't box with the Lord. Your arm's too short, man. You understand? You gotta stop playing with the Lord, man. And that goes for us too. You see what he do to our enemies. You know what I mean? You read his Bible, you learn about, the way that he punishes Israel, man. The Lord is not a father to be played with, man. You know what I'm saying? You think you good now, think you straight. You don't see that consequence right away. You know what I mean? The Lord, he gonna always get the last laugh, man. You know what I'm saying? It's best we just do what the hell we supposed to do. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 32. Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone. And bless me also.
Take everything with you, man. Read on.
He had the nerve to say, bless me.
Right, Salaka, the audacity. Come on, someone bless me.
Verse,
tell your Lord have some mercy on me, man. Nah, hell no, man. Hell no.
Verse 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste. Hurry up, get the hell out of here. For they said, we will be all dead men. Verse 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. Verse 35. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. Verse 36. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such thing as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. Meaning that they took everything that they needed from the Egyptians. Gold, with flour, whatever they needed.
Everything
the Egyptians was ready to see them leave, boy, for real. Please, y'all leave. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 37 in Hebrew. Wayasa'aiwa banya yasha'ala mara I masas sakatha kashasha ma'awath alap ragoluya Hagabarayam labad matap. Verse 38. Wagum Irab Rab Ila Atom Watazaan Wabakwar Makwana Kabad Ma'ad. Verse 39. Waya Apawa Ath Habatazakwak. No. Tazak, Ashar, Hawa Tazaya Awa, Mamatazarium, Mamatazarium, Igath, Matazawath, Kaya La'a, Hamataza, Kaya Garashwa, Matazarium, Wala'a, Yakolwa, Laha, Thamath, Hama, Waha, Thama, Hama, Wagum, Tazada, La'a, Aishawa, Lahum. Verse 40. Wama Washab, Banya Yasha'ala, Ashar, Yeshabua, Ba Matazarium, Shalashium, Shana, Wa Arabai, Ma'awath, Shana. 430. We get about there now, right?
You don't think about it like that.
Yeah, I know. I ain't counting no days, brother. Verse 41. And it came, Salakia, Wayahaya, Makwataza, Shalashium, Shana, Wa Arabai, Ma'awa, Shana, Wayahaya, Wa'ai Tazum, Hayawum, Hazah, Yataza'awa, Kal, Tazaba'ath, Wat, Tazaba'awath, Yahweh, Ma'aratazar, Matazarium. Verse 42. Layol, Shemorium, Hawa'al, La Yahweh, Lahawa, Tazayam, Ma'aratazar, Matazarium, Hawa'a, Halayala, Hazah, La Yahweh, Shemarium, Lakal, Banya Yasha'ala, Ladaratham. Verse 43. Waya Amar Yahweh al Mashah, Wa Aharon, Za'ath, Kakwath, Hapasak, Kal, Ban, Nakar, La'a, Ya'akal, Bawa. This 44 should be the last one. 7. Yeah. Verse 44. Wakal Ibad Ayah. It was 43? Okay, so okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 37 in English. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men, besides children. So just the warriors was 600,000, the men. So if you add the women and the children, there's anywhere between 2 and 3 million people. Verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. 39. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for them any victuals. Meaning that they didn't have any cooked food. So all they could do at this point was cook the dough that they had. They didn't have time to kill any animals and cook them and eat them. They just had the unleavened bread and the bitter herbs. Understand? That's the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Verse 40. Now, the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. Verse 41. And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. Verse 42. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. This is that night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. Verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. Meaning that the other nations can't participate, man.
Right.
It's only for the children of Israel. So even though they talk about that mixed multitude, they could be there all they want, but they wasn't participating in our culture.
That's right.
You understand? Because that's what holy means, separate, set apart. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 44 in Hebrew. Wakal, Ibad, Ayash, Kwakwanath, Kasap, Wamalatha, Athwa, Azah, Ya'akal, Bawa. Verse 45. Bawashab, Washakayar, La'ah, Ya'akal, Bawa. Verse 46. Babayath, Akkad, Ya'akal, La'ah, Hawatazai, Ya'ah, Mun, Habayath, Mun, Habashar, Hawatazah, Wa'aitazum, La'ah, the Shabarwa, the Shabarwa, Bawa. Verse 47. Kal, Idath, Yasha'ala, Ya'ishawa, Athwa. Verse 48. Wakaya, Yagawar, Athak, Gar, Wa'aisha, Pasak, La Yahawa, Hamawal, Lawa, Kal, Zakar, Wa'az, or Wa'azah, Yaqwarab, La'aishathwa, Wahaya, Ka Azarath, Ka Azarak, Ha'aratazar, Wakal, Irol, La'ah, Ya'akal, Bawa. Verse 49. Tawara, Akaf, Yahaya, La'azarath, Walagar, Hagar, Bathawakakum. That's the last one. 50 should be the last. Verse 50. Waya Aishawa, Kal Banya Yasha'ala, Ka'ashar, Tazawa, Yahawa Ath Masha, Wa'ath Aharon, Khan Aishawa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 44 in English. But every man's servant that is brought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. So it's telling you, like, if you had a Israelite, an uncircumcised Israelite that worked for you, he can't eat until he gets circumcised. And the strangers or the other nations, they can't come in at all. It says, a foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. Verse 46, and in one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. And then, I just want to say one thing, otherwise, once you come into this truth, you like being separate. I love being separate from these heathen, man. I can't even express to you how much I love that I don't have to deal with them. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to be friends with them. I don't have to love them. I don't have to eat their food. None of that. Verse 47. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. Verse 48. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land. For no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Understand? So it's telling you that these are Israelites that came from somewhere else. You understand? That were uncircumcised, living as heathen. And for them to come in, they have to be circumcised. This is not other nations participating in the Passover. That's the mistake that is made in the world. I heard so many times. I remember Commander General Yohana battling with those Proud Boys. And this is what he tried to use to say that other nations were with us and participated in the Passover. Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Meaning that one law is for everybody in Israel. You understand? Whether he's in the land, born in the land, or whether he comes from somewhere else, it's still the same law. As long as he's an Israelite, he gets the same treatment.
That's right.
You understand? That's the only equality you ever going to read about in the Bible. if we could even call it that. I wouldn't even call it that. You understand? It's justice is the word I should say.
Right.
Justice. Verse 50. Thus did all the children of Israel as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so they did. Now, one more thing, sir. This right here is the proof, if there's nowhere else. This is the proof that we were the only people that ever obeyed the law. We're the only nation that ever obeyed God, ever. No other nation has done it, and they will in the kingdom, but up until now, no other nation listened completely to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 51 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya by Itazum, Hayawum, Hazah, Hawa Tazaya Yahawa Ath Banya Yasha Allah, Ma'aratazar, Ma'tazarium Al Tazaba'atham. Next chapter. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Mashah la Amar. Verse 2. Kodash Laya Kal Bakawar Patar Kal Rakam Babanya Yasha'ala Ba'adam Waba Bahama Laya Hawa'a. Verse 3. Waya Amar Masha al Ha'im Zakwar Ath Hayawum Hazah Ashar Yataza Atham Mama Ma Matazorium Ma Bayath Ibadium Kaya Bakazak Yad Hawataza Ya Yahawa Athakam Mazah Wala Ya Akal Kam Mataza. Verse 4. Hayawum Athum Yataza Ayam Bakadash Abayab. Verse 5. Wahaya Kaya Baya Aka Yahawa Al Aratazar Hakanain Nya Waha Kathia Waha Amaria Waha Hawaii Kawaya Waha Kawaya Wahaya Bawumya Wahaya Bawasya Ashar Nashabai La Abathiaka Labath Laka Rataza Zaka Halab Wadabash Wa'ibadath Ha'ibadath Haza'ath Bakadash Hazah. Verse 6. Shabbaith. Yeah.
What verse starting?
We did the last one, 51 and 12 and 6. And yeah, kind of my concept. Shabbaith. Yam Hakal Matazath Abayawum Hashabaya Aya Kag La Yahweh. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12. Oh my God. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 51 in English. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. And I just want to make a note. He said he's called, that's the second time that he's called the men of Israel an army. Because the Most High is a man of war. So that's telling you something. You understand?
Come on, man.
Word up. Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, and verse 1 in English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever opened the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. Verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of the hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib. So that's like April or late March into April, where that's springtime. You understand? Verse 5. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of Canaan, and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Hivites and the Jebusites which he sware unto thy father to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. Verse 6. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to the Lord. So the Lord likes us to get together and have feast days.
Come on, man.
He likes it. You know, that's what he wants for us, to get together. In Isupk County Commander Junior Hana, we have that key ingredients that allow us to do that, and that's called brotherhood.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said the brotherhood, man, because what black people don't love getting together, man. We love throwing parties, man, throwing shindigs, cookouts. We find a way to throw a party with everything. You know what I mean? Everything, man. Graduation party. You understand? You get a job, we throwing a party. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come out of jail, we throwing a party. You know what I mean? Somebody have a baby, we throwing a baby shower, we throwing a party. We find a way to throw a party for everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this is in us to love each other, man. It's in us to want to be around each other and embrace each other. You know what I'm saying? Block party. Come on, man. How many block parties you done seen in your life, man? We shutting down streets just to turn up and play music. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because that's us, man. That's in our culture, man. You go on these records and you read about these high holy days and these feast days, man. All we do is party, man, and turn up. And most importantly, what do we do, man? We serve the Lord, man.
If I may, sir.
Come.
Like, our people, like, we couldn't even see the value in our own culture. Like, why we want to follow these other nations? You understand? When we got this, man.
Come on, man.
That's the thing that always makes me wake up and stay awake, because these other nations, they only want to destroy us, man.
And what the hell they bringing to the table?
What they got better than what we got? What they got?
It's like when you embrace it, you look at it, it's like, I mean, hell, we bringing the flavor, we bringing the culture, we bringing, you know, the spirit. It's like, what the hell y'all bringing to the table?
Flyness.
You know what I'm saying?
We bringing all that.
When you really look at it, man, it's like, yeah, they may own the table, but everything on the table is yours, black man, Hispanic man, you know what I mean, Native American man, everything on the damn table, and who made the table is you. What do these heathens have to offer us, man, besides death? You know what I mean? And pain and suffering, not a damn thing, nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't need them, man. We've never needed them, man. I'll take that back. We do need them. You know what I mean? Because somebody going to need to pick, you know what I'm saying, them oranges in the kingdom. Somebody going to need, you know what I mean, to build them roads that's going to be paved with gold. Somebody going to need to do that. It ain't going to be my brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Thus saith the Lord.
That's right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 7 in the Hebrew. Matazawath, Ya'akal Ath, Shaba'aith, Hayamayam, Wala'ah, Yara'ah, Laka, Kamataza, Wala'ah, Yara'ah, Laka, Sha'ar, Bakal, Gabalaka. Verse 8. Waha Gadath. Wabanaka. Bayawum. Ha ha awa. I always have a problem with this word. It's so simple. Ha wa ah. I don't know why them two H's in a row, I guess. La Amar Ba'ai Bawar Za Aisha Yahawa Laya Bataza Athia Ma Matazarium. Verse 9. Wahaya Laka La Awath Al Yadaka Wala Zakar one. Ayanayaka Lama'ain the Ayah the Warath Yahweh Bapayaka Kaya Bayad Azakwa no Kazakwa Awataza Aka Yahweh Ma Verse 10. Wa Shamarath Ath Haha Kwa Hazaath Lama Wa Aida Lama Wa Aida Maya Mayam Maya Yama Maya Yama Yamayamwa Yamayama. I gotta get it right. Yamayama.
Mayama.
Yeah. Yamayama.
Yamayama.
Yeah. What? Verse 11. Wahaya Kaya Yabaaka Yahweh al Aratazar Ha Kanaania Kaashar Nashabai Laka Wala Abathiaka Wana Fana Laka. Verse 12. Waha Ibarak Kal Patar Rakam La Yahweh Wakal Patar Shagar Hamaha Ha Bahama Kal Ashar Yahaya Laka Hazakara Hazakarayam La Yahweh. 13 should be the last one.
Which one
We started at 7.
So,
7, 8.
yeah, 13.
Yeah, 13. That should be the last set.
Yeah, it's about.
Wakal, Patar, Kamar, Bapata. Nope. Ba Bada. Ba Pada. Basha. Wa Amla'a. Bapada. Wa Irapatwa. Wakal. Bakwar. Adam. Baba Nayaka. Bapada. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, and verse 8. Verse 7. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall be no unleavened bread be seen with thee. No leavened bread be seen with thee. Neither shall there be leaven seen with thee in all thy quarters. And thou shalt show, verse 8, and thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, this is done, the testing. Oh, I'm gonna turn my mic off. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And thou shalt show it thy son in that day, saying, this is done because that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of the land of Egypt. We teach our children gratitude, man, for what the Lord did for us, man. These, like, I don't think our people began to lose the whole idea of what it was really about and why we should teach our children these things. You understand? And we saw the other nations doing other things, and we wanted to participate. And boy, man, was that a terrible loss, man. For 3,000 years, man, about 3,000 years, we've been getting our butts whipped, man. I'm tired of getting whipped, man. Verse 9. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thine land, and for a memorial between thine eyes, that the Lord's law may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand hath the Lord brought thee out of Egypt. He's going to bring us out of Egypt again. That's what we're waiting for. That's what we're preparing for in the UPK. That's what we hope to prepare you for. You understand? Verse 10, thou shalt Therefore, keep this ordinance in this season from year to year. Verse 11. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanites, as he sware unto thee and to thy fathers, and shall give it to thee. When has the Most High said something and didn't do it? When? Man, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I'm staying in here. Verse 12. That thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that openeth the matrix. Meaning all the children of Israel should be separate, man. The matrix is the box. All the children that's born in Israel are to be separate from the other nations, man. That's what holy means. And every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast, the male shall be the Lord's. I got to get some clarification. I ain't going to say that. And every firstling of an ass that shall redeem with a lamb, thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck. And all the firstborn of the man among the children thou shalt redeem. I think you do a sacrifice.
We're talking to Cap about it.
That's Exodus 13 and 13.
Well, yeah, 12 and 13.
Yeah. No. It's 13 and 13.
Oh, it's like, verse 12 and verse 13.
Oh, come on.
Both of them verses.
Come on. Verse 14. And it shall be when the son asks thee in time to come, saying, what is this? Thou shalt say unto him, by the strength. Wait. Am I in the right place? We started at 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 was the last one.
Yeah. And 8, like the last 6.
Gonna want to come.
Mm-hmm. 13 and 13.
Let me record.
You understand, right? So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to clip it up right there. You know what I mean? So we stopped at Exodus chapter 13 and verse 13. So next week, Lord allow, we'll pick back up at Exodus chapter 13 and verse 14, right? You know what I'm saying? Pick it up right there. Keep going into this history, man. Keep diving into our records. You know what I'm saying? Keep teaching this truth, man. Keep embracing our culture. Keep doing what our forefathers, you know what I'm saying, paved the road for us to do, man. You know what I mean? And push down to us, man. So just up here, I might him. Stand. Sign Christ. Many victory, gird thyself to the past salute the Torah. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabrakiyah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabrakiyah.
So it's like Amadim, which means to stand. Wapanyak Wadam, which means rise, face, ease. We start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa.
Shabbat
Shemayim.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Bashemayim. Lathananawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawum.
Wasalaknawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawathnawa.
Kabawathyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'ayanawa.
Tabi'aynawa.
Banasaya 1.
Banasaya 1.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashaya Nawa.
Habashayinawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwith.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahafaparith.
Wahatapara.
Iwalumium.
Laiwalunium.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Pray for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shah.
Baba Kashah.
Baba Kashah.
Nathan Lenawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakak.
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 La Para'ah.
La Pa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Tahar.
La Tahar.
Ha Matazarayam.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Hakwim.
La Hakwim.
Hamathiam.
Hamathiam.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rarakal Wath.
Arakal Wath.
Hatama Allah.
Atama Allah.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shah.
The Wada Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai?
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Mayaka Allah?
Why Mayaka Allah?
Why Alahayim?
Why Alahayim?
Matazabaya
Matazabia.
Alawapia Hana.
Alawapiahana.
Alawapiam.
Alawapiam.
Asaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hakotazayanyam.
Hakatazayanyam.
Hakoyoyoyam.
Hakoyayoyam.
Wahagwathian.
Wahagwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shah.
The Wada Aman.
The water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
The 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazar.
Wa'aratazar.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Wagalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Anala'a.
Anala'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashemash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Layala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Kalrai.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Taza'aka.
Wabawa'atka.
Wabuwa'aka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid Abalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore.
83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Dami Alaka,
Al Dami Alaka,
Al Takarash,
Al Takarash,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Al
Al
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayabiaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al Imaka,
Yaira Yamwa,
Yaira Yamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yashala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Aliakab,
Awyaka,
Barayath,
Barayath,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashimai,
Wayashemai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagorium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'ima one,
Waimawan,
Wa'ima lak,
Waimalak,
Palashat,
Palasha,
I'm Yashabia,
I am Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashua,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kazaya,
Sara'ah,
Sarah,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazo,
Wakatazol,
Manai,
Manai,
Kaunasaya Kamwa,
Cal Nasai Kamu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarisha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Ath,
Na'awath,
Na'awath,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Rawaka,
Lapanya Raraka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Tabi'ira,
Tabayaira,
Ya'ira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basa Irika,
Basa Irika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aija'ai,
Aijai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya Atha,
Kayatha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kalha Aratazar.
Al Kaha Rataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, federate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, with the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb, yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Men of Israel, I imagine. Men of Israel, we give the teacher one courtesy salute. Minavisha, Amandu, Shabbat, Imajum, Barak, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Barakatah,
Yahweh Shema Shabbat.
Yadimata. Class dismissed.
Cut that joint real quick.